a nervous breakdown.
Whoa!
And now she has to go to Thailand to an immersive 2-month yoga meditation retreat.
So we finna have a whole house to ourselves? We finna live like white kids.
We crank it up.
I'm Ms. Durak, the babysitter.
Thank you, Miss Durak. There goes my summer.
I know how to discipline you. I watch Medea movies. No more of this garbage. Where do you think you're going? Get that crap out of your system.
Do something, bro.
I know you said no guests, but we had already invited our church friends for Bible study. Oh, and you might hear music, but it's Christian hip hop.
Hip hop ruined the blacks.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We crank it up. Crank it up, crank it up, crank it up, crank it up.
Good morning, Mrs. Durak. Mrs. Durak?
Crank it up.
Sweet, my first dead body.
I'm for sure going to juvie.
We're hungry.
You gotta get a job.
Rose Lindsay?
Unless you're my ex-boyfriend or my ex-boyfriend's wife.
I am the executive assistant to the chief executive officer.
Bring it in, sis. Whoa. A-frame hugs only. I didn't spend 3 hours in that sexual harassment course for nothing.
You're screwed.
I have a date.
Nothing past second base. We don't need another mouth to feed.
You all live here?
Along with our mom. She's not here. She
Out on a very deserving spa day.
I'm high as hell.
I can't believe it's right in front of me.
What is that job doing to you?
I just have so much responsibility right now. Die!
I'm glad I came.
DJ, drop the music!
I'm not just
Happy hour?
anybody. I'm here to catch a vibe. Let's get started. You look like a good time.
You're having parties without me? Help out. Oh, goddamn dish, man!
Dishes are done, man.
Nothing can stop me.
Boom, there you go. That was a trailer for Don't Tell Mom, The Babysitter's Dead, arriving on all digital platforms on November 19th. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerd Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things Don't Tell Mom, The Babysitter's Dead are the writers and directors of this particular project. I have writer Chuck Hayward and Wade Allain-Marcus, director-writer as well. Thank you both for your time. Appreciate you guys. Let's talk about this joint. I'm going to first start real quickly with the negative. I'm just gonna get the negative out the way. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
I enjoyed this film, but I needed it to be longer because I needed more Miss Pat, who I love, Miss Pat, and June Squibb. You landed two amazing performers in the both of them, and we only just got a little bit, to be honest. Yeah. But I would love to have more. But the rest of the cast, I just spoke with Simone Joy Jones. I love her. Just everybody, they held it down. The film was great, but I just, I wanted a little bit more. So I'm just going to just
absolutely
that at the top.
Who you cannot want more. You like June Squibb, Miss Pat. Those are people that you could be in rooms with for the rest of your life and not have enough. But the truth is this movie belongs to the kids. You know what I mean? This movie is about a sibling love story, about teenagers and below that are kind of disparate at the beginning and have to come together in the wake of some messed up shit. And so here we are.
And they held it down. What was it like for you, Chuck, working on this project, working with Wade, getting everybody together to make such a great film?
Well, so it's labor of love is how I describe it. Like I'm such a huge fan of the original. I watched it like dozens of times, maybe 100. I don't know. I was such a huge fan of it. So just being able to update it, being able to like have a family that reflects more of what my family life was like and what my friends' families' life were like, it just felt really beautiful to introduce something that was so important to me to a new generation. And working with Wade, I wasn't able to be on set. So like just seeing how he translated it to film was so touching that I was like, he's in my head. Like he understands everything that I meant to do. And so do these actors. And I think everyone just elevated the material in such a great way that like, it makes me look like a better writer than I am, to be honest. I appreciate that.
I love that. I love collaboration as a fellow filmmaker, to be able to trust someone to, do honesty, to do great work with your work is just a blessing, and to have it happen. And I love that. So Wade, rocking this, putting this amazing cast, as I said, together. Can you tell me about bringing this to life from Chuck and just, the end result of what we got arriving on November 19th?
Yeah, well, Chuck wrote this phenomenal script that I really responded to. And, we talk about obviously he grew up with this movie and loved it very much. Of course, I was aware of it, but it wasn't a movie that I like watched on repeat. It wasn't something that I was like, "Ooh, the thing that I got to do before I die is remake this movie." But I read this script and I just completely fell in love with his voice, with these characters, and I felt like I could really bring myself to it, which is always what we're kind of looking to do with our work, right? Especially if it's not something that you generate from the beginning. Is like, where are you in it, and how are you able to kind of like bring that to life? So to me, there was just so much playfulness, so much kind of strangeness too, that you could kind of really just like have swirling around in this movie. And credit to BET and all the producers, they allowed me and us to just kind of go wild with it. So we did.
And it's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more Black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much. And we get to see a couple different versions of it in this movie. And I think that we tend to get monolithized. That's not really a word, but we tend to be represented in a monolithic way. And I just had fun tearing that down.
I love it. I think you did such a great job modernizing it, if you will, Chuck, that I actually felt out of touch in certain respects. I'm like, what were some of the, especially what the kids were saying? Like, I don't even know. I need to look that up. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I'm out of touch.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm 44, and I was like, don't make this sound like a 44-year-old wrote it. Like that. If I achieve that, then I've done everything great. And Wade really like brought it out too in a way that felt young. I mean, it made me feel younger.
Dope.
Yeah, and I think one of the most amazing things that Chuck did is really to delineate each one of these kids. They all have such a unique kind of signature to them. And so to be able to have them all together and speaking together and stuff like that was just a joy to be able to run with.
Well, such a great time. Again, I had so much fun. I wish it could have been longer, but I'll take what I got. Just maybe a part 2. I think the Crandells can do a little bit more in a follow-up,
Absolutely.
I'm with you.
I'm
1,000% with you, brother. I would love to get back into it.
I love it. Well, thank you both so
back
much
from the dead.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's go. Well, gentlemen, a pleasure and an honor to speak with you both. I can't wait to see what y'all are going to do next. Hopefully it's a Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead Part 2. Until then, thank you both for your time. Everybody, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead is arriving on all digital platforms on November 19th. Shout out to Wade, Allain-Marcus, and Chuck Hayward. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. All right, gentlemen, I appreciate you.
So sorry for how we behaved. Our mom didn't tell us we had a sitter.
Looking at you, I can tell
why she wanted to surprise us.
Surprises are for kids' parties and the Japanese.
Right. Well, I know you said no guests, but we had already invited our church friends for Bible study. And, we can't cancel on Jesus.
You better not wake me up. I get very grumpy when I get woken up.
More grumpy?
Would you like an allergy pill?
Sure. And a whiskey neat.
Okay. Oh, and you might hear music, but it's Christian hip-hop. DJ Cardinal Spin.
Hip-hop ruined the blacks.
Recording. Cool. Thank you, Misha. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Wade. I'm gonna give a 3, 2, 1 because I'm putting in the trailer right in front.
Great.
All right, let's have some fun. Here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.